Today's story, The Giant and the Brick. It was the early 1970s, and the world's biggest communication monopoly was certain they had figured out the future. The giant was AT&T, their research division was the legendary Bell Labs. They had already mapped out the brilliant concept of the cellular network. Their grand vision, a phone in every car. You see, to the brilliant minds at AT&T, a telephone was a heavy, power-hungry machine. The only logical place to put one was wired directly into the alternator of a 2-ton automobile. But a scrappy engineer at a small company in Chicago thought that the giant was dead wrong. His name was Marty. Marty believed people didn't want to talk to cars, desks, or even houses. They wanted to talk to other people. He envisioned a world where a person could carry their phone in their pocket, completely untethered from the dashboard or the wall cord. His bosses gave him 90 days to prove his crazy idea could actually work. Marty and his team worked around the clock. By the spring of 1973, he had built a device that was, for the intent and purposes, a brick. It weighed 2.5 pounds, was 10 inches long, and took 10 hours to charge for just 20 minutes of talk time. But it was completely, miraculously wireless. The real test came on April 3rd, 1973. Marty was in New York City for a press conference to unveil his creation to the world. But before he showed up for the journalists, before the cameras started flashing, he decided to make one very specific, very personal call. He stepped out onto the sidewalk of 6th Avenue. The bustling New York crowd stared at him in bewilderment as the man held a massive, cream-colored plastic block to the side of his head. He dialed the number, the phone rang, and rang again. And finally, a man answered. The man's name was Joel Engel. Joel was the head of the cellular program for Bell Labs. He was AT&T's top engineer, the very man leading the multi-million-dollar charge for the car phone. Marty spoke to the receiver. "Joel, this is Marty. I'm calling you from a cell phone, a real handheld portable cell phone." There was silence on the other end of the line. To this day, Joel Engel claims he doesn't remember the conversation, but Marty remembers it perfectly. The underdog had beaten the titan of industry to the punch, not from a pristine laboratory, not from the front seat of a car, but from the street corner. He didn't just invent the first mobile phone. He had used the very first prototype to make the world's very first cellular prank call to his biggest rival. Who is this prankster? It is Martin Cooper. And whether you realize it or not, this is the landing point.